In this lesson, we're going to have a look at solving simultaneous linear equations using the help of a Ti-Nspire CAS calculator. Right, we're going to look at two different methods with the help of the CAS calculator. One with the help of a graphing page. The other one is on a calculator page. Right, so we're going to start with the graphing page first. So obviously in your CAS calculators, can I please have you to start a new document? Right, we're going to select a new document. Right, and I'm going to open up a graphing page. Right, now I'm going to do the second equation in this particular case. So this is the equation I'm going to be focused on. I'm going to sketch it on my CAS calculator, and then I'm going to try to find the point of intersection. Right, so I'm going to start by entering the second equation, y equals 11 minus 5x. The reason I'm going to start with that is because my calculator always has a graphing page in the format of y equals something. Now y is nothing but a function of x. That's why the calculator reads f1 of x, which basically means the first function of x in this particular case, right? So 11 minus 5 times x. Right, now that I've sketched my first graph, I need to sketch my second line, which is 4x plus y is equal to 9. Now, in this particular case, this particular equation is not in the format of y equals mx plus c. Right, so there's two options for you. You can either rearrange the equation, get it into the format of y equals mx plus c, and straight away enter into your calculator. Or alternatively, we can just use a graph entry option that'll help us to enter the equation in the exact format 4x plus y equals 9. So that's what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to go into menu, then number 3, which is graph entry and edit. We're going to look at equation template. We're dealing with straight lines, so we're going to go into line, and obviously in there you've got equation of a straight line in different formats. So we're going to select the standard format, right, which is going to give us 3 boxes, one for the coefficient of x, one for the coefficient of y, and the third box is for the constant, right? So the coefficient of x in this case is 4, coefficient of y is 1, and the constant on the other side is equal to 9. And I'm going to press enter. Obviously I can see that the two lines have intersected a point somewhere there. Right, now to work out the coordinates of this particular point, we're going to go into menu, we're going to go into analyze graph, and then this, because the point of intersection, we're going to select intersection, which is number 4. Right, now you can use your up and down arrows to get to this, or you can use the numbers in front. That's a much quicker way to get to these options. Now when I select my intersection option, alright, my calculator comes up with a lower bound. Right, so using your mouse pad, I want you to do one click, which will change it into upper bound, and then use and scroll it across the point of intersection. So we scroll it across the point of intersection, and then click on that center pad again. Right, this all needs to be done in one step. So I click, then I scroll across, and then another click. Right, by doing that, what you can see is it gives you the coordinates of the point of intersection. Right, so which means the solution to this particular simultaneous equation is going to be x equals 2 and y equals 1. Right, so that's how we can find the coordinates of a point of a set of simultaneous linear equations with the help of a graphing page in the calculator. Now I did talk about a second method, right? The second method is using the calculator page, and I've given you a hint there. Obviously it's going to be a much quicker method to do or solve simultaneous linear equations. So we're going to go and open up a calculator page. So I'm going to go Control DOC, which basically opens up a new page in the existing document in a CAS calculator. Right, so this time I'm going to open up a calculator page. Now there are a few instructions you need to listen very carefully. Right, so I'm going to go into menu. Right, we're going to select algebra, and obviously you can use the up or down arrow, or you can simply press number 3, which is going to select algebra. This time we're going to go into solve system of equations, which is number 7. Now think about this, right? You can press the down arrow 7 times, or the quickest way is just select number 7 on the keypad. Right, we're going to select into solve system of equations again. So menu, number 3 for algebra, number 7 for solve system of equations, and number 1 solve system of equations. So as soon as we select that, the calculator is going to prompt up with a few questions. It's going to say, how many equations do you have to solve? In both the cases, we've got 2 equations. Are your variables x and y? In this case, yes, we are using x and y. Are we going to use x and y for everything? Absolutely not, right? So if your alphabets are A and B, you can more than welcome to type A and B, and that's going to adjust your equations to variables A and B, right? So in this case, we are using x and y, so I'm just going to leave it as x and y. And you can either scroll down to the OK button or simply press enter on your calculator, right? Now once I do that, I've got two boxes into that solve option, right? We're going to enter both the equations, right? This time I'm going to solve the very first question with the help of the calculator page of the Ti-Nspire CAS calculator. Right, so the first equation is 5x minus 5y equals 1. So 5 times x minus 5 times y equals 1, right? I always like to mention the times symbol wherever applicable, right? This is going to really help you avoid lots of silly errors while solving in your CAS calculator. Right, I'm going to scroll down to the second box and I'm going to enter my second equation. So 2 times x minus 5 times y is equal to minus 5, right? The minus button on your calculator is right below number 3, so minus 5, and then you can press enter and the calculator actually solves the set of simultaneous equations, giving you the solution as x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 9 on 5. Now, for whatever reason, let's say I want this answer as a decimal instead of a fraction, I could just do control enter. So control enter is going to convert that same thing into a decimal value. Right, and that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you learned how to use your CAS calculator. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.